Hey everybody, welcome to the Jeremy Redmond Show. I wonder when I'm gonna do this right. I don't know if you can do this right if you're doing this daily. Okay? Cause I'm just like, oh, this happened today. Okay, I'm gonna do that. This is what I'm gonna talk about today. I got asked in this little session today. In this little session I got asked. I have a lot of asking sessions. And in that session, they were like, how do you overcome disappointment? And I thought about it, and I was gonna be a real fucking smart ass. And I was gonna be like something like, get used to it, bub. Something smart assy. Maybe something more clever, I don't know. But I didn't. I actually took a beat and I thought about it. And I was like, how do you handle disappointment? By also turning it into like a lesson, you know? I do believe so many people have counted me out. Investors, stakeholders, customers, partners, whatever. And you're like, I just won't stop, right? If you've ever counted me out, it's because you don't know one thing, this one thing, not one thing about me. You don't know this one thing about me. I would rather die than not do this. Like I'll be broke, poor, divorced, and bedridden before I stop being an entrepreneur. So, knowing I'm not going to have any of those things, knock on wood. Knock on wood, Dave. I think you just have to increase the volume of disappointment. I think we talked about in an earlier video where you have to feel that pain, right? And you have to feel that pain over and over and over and over again. And at some point it builds this callousness, like calluses on your fingers from like working hard. Just sitting there and getting rejected. Like I'm getting, what's happening, don't cut this, Dave. What's happening is I'm getting lost in my own PTSD. Again, don't use that term. I don't use that term lightly. I get lost when I'm giving this advice. I get lost in while I was going through it and how hard it was. Most people get to where they're going by going through hell. Most people, just like if you've gotten to a place worth a damn, you've gone through hell to get there. Period, end of story. Period, end of story. Anyway, back to the session. As I was telling this to him, I was like, oh my God. Now, yeah, I can't get this stuff out of my head now. No, let this horribleness go on, Dave. Let this horribleness that I'm having in my head, because this is what it's like. When you have 80 things to do, nothing's on your monitor, everything's here. This is what it is, right? So anyway, skip forward. Skip forward, do what you want with this, Dave. Scissor. I was like, I think you need to put yourself in more uncomfortable, difficult conversations. You're too comfortable in school, or you're too comfortable in your job, or you're too comfortable not taking chances or not taking risks. I don't have a background in sales. I got a background in accounting. Don't even get me started on that. We'll go into it sometime. But I think in sales, like if you go ask people to use something and they tell you no, you've got to figure out why they just told you no. And a lot of times that's just going to be a big question mark. So you're like, cool, they told me no, the next person told me no, the next person told me no, the next person told me no. I've talked with 192 venture capitalists, 12 have said yes. 10 to 15. The odds are not in your favor ever. And I was like, I think every CEO, every CTO, every C-level job should experience the rejection of sales, right? And we're talking sales as in use my product and don't hear back and chase that person down and get that feedback. I think you need to do that early because you become numb to it. So that's how I handle it. Dude, you're fucking weird if you handle rejection naturally, okay. No, it's repetitive motion. It is doing it over and over, knowing that you have a bigger goal in mind. I want to do this more than I want to breathe. I think this product should exist in the world more than anyone else, right? And I'm willing to sacrifice everything to make sure it exists. You have to see your dream or your goal, be there, and pull yourself across. Like you have to visualize, like your dream is pulling you across all the shit in between. So if this is your dream, Dave, do this. Can you just, if this is your dream here, right? And this is where you're at right now. In between here are all the rejections and all the crap and all the bullshit and all the no's and all the customer refunds and customer rejections and people not signing up for free trials and your friends making fun of you. All of this stuff is in here. And you got to get through here, and you got to have your dream be pulling you through all this shit. Because no one is successful without getting through all of that shit. Nobody. So the more you do it, and 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 the more you get all these landmines, and you're navigating all of them, right? And just taking it on the chin. The better you will be as you go. You just have to stay in the game. How do you stay in the game? Keep your eye on the prize. This prize will pull you. Let me know what in the comments, what your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. If you do not put dreams in there, I will be mean. I will be upset. No, I won't be mean. Except to myself. Anyway, good to see you here. Let me know in the comments, what's your dream? What are some of the obstacles to get to your dream, right? That you think. I mentioned a few. Dave animated a few, right, Dave? How does your dream pull you across? Do you have a dream? My dream now is to take a nap.